All right, it is finished and it is beautifully balanced. Got the resin in there. I did learn some valuable lessons. When pouring this much resin, I don't think you can pour it all at once because you can see there's massive cracks in here. It didn't hurt anything. There's a couple of small, what look like voids. I don't think they're voids. I think they're just cracks. But again, it is beautifully balanced, but it looks kind of crappy because of these aren't really cracks. That's there's a little bubble there, but that's those 4 braces that I put in there. Now that's the crazy glue, I think, reacting to you can see it here where it came out good, but then these two here, I think that's where the crazy glue reacted. But it is beautifully balanced, unlike my other one. But I think the next time, and there probably will be a next time, I will pour it in stages. Like I'll pour a little bit, let it cure for a while, pour a little bit more, let it cure. I think I can avoid the major cracks. I don't know if you can see, like right there. It looks like a crack. It's not, nothing's weak or anything. It's still really sturdy. And then I over poured the top like I always do so that it's nice and smooth and level there. You can see. I didn't do what I said I was going to do, and that's pour it with a shaft, a tube, instead of pouring it with the actual shaft itself. Pour it with a tube or something that I could then later on put the shaft in and lock it down. I just figured out what the heck. But it's beautiful and very strong. So, what I want to do now is put some kind of covering on here. I'm either going to paint it. I ordered some really large heat shrink tubing. So I think I'm going to put that on there instead of taping this thing all up and painting it. Anyway, hopefully very soon I'll be putting this into this unit here, but I've got to figure out a different way than these. Well, not these, but these guys here. Because even though these worked on the other one, they do introduce a bit of wobble. Even though they're really, really tight, it's the only way I can put these on and drop it down in there. Unless I go a totally different route and make it some kind of sliding system. But I can't use these bearings because they're too small. So I've got to pop these out. Either use the same thing here, which I think will work. Yeah, it'll work. Pop these out and put the larger bearings in. But I got to figure out a better way to mount this. What I could do is cut this in half, right? Cut that off and put mount this in there permanently, not like this where it can be taken out. Cut this in half with the cutout for the bearing, put the bearing on the shaft, drop it down in there, and then I would put this half, I'd put it on some sort of hinge system where it could then close and lock. This way I can just open it up and then take the shaft out, bring it back, put it in, yada, yada. I'm kind of leaning towards that than trying to replicate this way because, like I said, this introduced, even though it's very small, it does introduce play. And I don't want any play in this. I want it to be nice and sturdy. All right, cool.